Guys, this is Dan from Generation Productions, and we're back again. Except though, I'm going to take a little bit of time out of my daily bash of Sammy and Beck to do a little bit of a crazy foods review. Because why not? There were some foods that were featured in my Generation Productions stuff. Now, I suppose it's not going to do it like that. I'm going to have to hold it. Okay, so there was basically some foods that were used that I was going to do for food challenges and stuff like that, and all sorts of things that I made myself or part of cooking videos. Now, this one here I believe was made by my mum. This was pumpkin soup. She did a really good job on that. Tasted really, really nice. Nothing much more to say about that one. This here is cauliflower soup, again made by my mum. Some people didn't even know what it was and thought it looked a bit weird, but when I put it up on Facebook. But yeah, that's not bad food. The Szechuan sauce. I'm Pickle Rick! Rub-a-dub-dub! We got homemade Szechuan sauce. That was fun to make. First attempt, and it really come off quite nice. Then we have one of the famous chili dogs. Then we have bread with peanut butter and pickle. That wasn't too bad. And here's another soup. This was done with, I think, I'm trying to think what the name of the stuff is. You know, the vegetables. Yeah, vegetables and gravy soup sort of thing happening there. That was actually quite nice. You know, had some lentils, I think that was, and carrots and peas and all sorts of lovely little bits and pieces in that little soup. And then we got another one of the famous chili dogs. Then we have this, but I'll get back to that in a second. So one of my channel things you would have seen, this stuff. This is Quick, or Nesquik, I think they call it now. It's like a powder stuff you put in a drink to make the drink taste like banana milk. So this stuff reminded me though of like yellow cake stuff that would sit at the bottom of a nuclear reactor. So I use that as nuclear material for my Godzilla review. But little did I know when I started eating this, at the bottom of the bowl was these. Basically almost like banana candy. Now how this sort of happened, I believe, is almost like how like glass forms in a desert, or how like I said on the thing when I first did the review about this, it was almost like all the sugar sort of started to melt and seep down, like how the elephant foot in the nuclear reactor at Chernobyl, when that went down, yeah, it left a big massive nuclear waste at the bottom of the reactor, and that was called an elephant's foot. So I nicknamed this elephant foot candy, because it kind of reminded me of that. Then we have corn and my homemade garlic butter. So garlic butter and corn. Then we have this. This is my sea dragon noodles. Now what this is basically like I said, you know how you get like wok in a box or whatever. You basically turn the Chinese takeout from the inside Chinese takeout box, tip it upside down, and then basically tap it gently on the bottom and pop it out of the box, leaving it like this sort of box shape. And then from there, I poured the sweet and sour sauce on top of it, creating this thing. Now, why is it called Sea Dragon Noodles? It's because it's actually got seafood littered out throughout the whole entire noodle thing. So it was like a seafood noodles, but I called it Sea Dragon Noodles because I added the sauce and made it look really, really interesting. As you can see, it looks almost artistic in a way, so that's pretty cool. I really enjoyed that one. Then we have this one here. Now, there was a thing called shark fin soup that was featured with Gordon Ramsay and stuff like that. So I figured a way around the shark fin soup crisis, I reckon, and that is this crab meat, imitation crab meat soup, chicken soup. And that stuff tasted absolutely beautiful. It was basically like chicken soup with, basically, as you can see, the crab meat just put in it. That absolutely tasted nice. This thing, I reckon, would take off in Japan and China if they ever decide to do something like this. You know, have like chicken noodle soup with chicken salt and all that, plus adding the imitation crab into the thing, or even real crab. You know, I reckon that would really take off. But the one I was using was imitation crab. Now this one here was my next attempt of Szechuan sauce. It didn't actually come out too well, and instead of actually hardening up and thickening like it was supposed to make that nice thicky sauce, sticky sauce, it just flattened out and became a soup. So that's Szechuan sauce soup. Next we had this one. Now this is an interesting one. This is like one of those Meg's spaghetti or whatever patties you get, and there's like these little things. So I was trying to. Originally, I had some of these little Meggy spaghetti things still sitting around. And I thought to myself, yeah, I'll have some of this spaghetti. But I noticed it was you could get it to float. I figured to myself, the part of this thing was to make it sit and float on top of the water with all this tomato sauce on top, just as just a bit of artistic style, just to see what would happen. And it kept floating, and so I actually had a taste of this one. As you can see, all the chicken flavour, the chicken salt and the flavour somehow didn't disperse around the edge, and I was like, this is weird. Then when I finally bit into this crunchy roll of tomato sauce and noodle, it turned out in the centre of it was actually mouldy. So apparently this one was out of date. But I reckon if I tried this again and used a non-mouldy piece, it might actually have done better, but maybe less sauce perhaps. Next one here, this was what I call an angel wing chip. The way I did this was, you know how you get those tube-like chips or half-crunched, half-rolled chips? Well, basically, this was like a half-rolled chip, and I just shoved another chip in the side. So, it gave this nice, sort of like wing creature chip kind of thing. Like this angel wing chip kind of thing. Next one, this one's a burger. Now, this one's from Hungry Jack's. It wasn't what I was actually hoping it would be. There was a chicken burger, but there was no tomato and beetroot in it. So I put Mum and me. I'm pretty sure it was actually me who did it. Put beetroot and tomato in it. Mum cut up. Mum cut the tomato. I put it in the bun along with the beetroot. And this is one of my favourites from my favourite idea for the Indian. This is chicken masala curry with fish, the butterfish. You get from like fish and chips. I stripped it down, took all the batter off, and slapped it in the curry. It may not look all that appetising, but God, it tastes absolutely beautiful. And then we had this one here, which is basically a nachos with cheese and the nacho sauce. So I tried to do this sort of nacho thing, trying to create like a nacho stuff, because Americans do it better than what I do. They had like cheese and tomato sauce and all sorts of stuff to make a nacho thing. So yeah, so that was that. The nachos with cheese. Then we had the homemade garlic butter. So basically, what I did here was, there was garlic, there was a garlic paste, and I put the garlic paste in with butter, mixed it, and the garlic paste mixed with the garlic butter. Start again. the garlic paste mixed with the butter, and well, I heated it up in the microwave, and there we had my homemade garlic butter. It actually doesn't taste too bad. Then we had that one. Then we had this chili dog. Now this is I suppose a chicken hot dog with beetroot and chili and tomato and mustard sauce. Now that's not so bad. Then we have another one where it's actually like shredded up chicken with the beetroot, chili sauce and mustard. And I think that's about all. So there we go, people. A little bit of a slideshow of experimental foods I just played with, just for a bit of fun. And this is just a fun video, just to explain some crazy foods I've made. Not just now, of course, I'm going to have some troll peoples like some other peoples I've been fighting recently come and say, "Oh, that's what you eat on a daily basis." No, the chili dogs, yeah, I eat on random. Sometimes for breakfast, sometimes not. But most of all, those are just experimental foods I was playing with. I don't eat all those foods. I don't eat always on a daily basis. Sometimes it's on some days, sometimes it's not. It depends on certain days what I eat and what I don't eat. So, people, that was just a little bit of a fun one for my crazy foods. And I thought, just to give a little bit of a break in between all this stupid drama and bullshit that two people are trying to do to me and talk shit about me. So yeah, just a little bit of a come in between all that. Okay, well, catch us all later, people. Bye.